Bro, sis, the people who did you dirty may wind up losing their lives very soon. These messages, these dreams that I'm having. The other night I had a dream about I'm walking on this path. It was a sidewalk, and it was around a place I used to live as a child, an apartment complex I used to live as a child. So I don't know if these people that I couldn't really see their faces were my family members or not, because it was just strange that it was in this apartment complex that I grew up in as a baby and as a child. So we're walking down the sidewalk, and I look down at my left, and then I start looking down at this thing because it caught my eye. And as I'm walking, I'm looking, and it's like what looked like a little lizard, and then it started turning bigger and bigger and bigger into like a monitor, like one of those giant monitor lizards, right? And I'm trying to tell these people about it. I'm like, look at this thing, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And as it got bigger and bigger, it went behind this building like it was sneak attacking or something. Now, I kept staying on my path and going straight, and these people, even after I warned them, cut to the right and went up a sidewalk that went up that way. As I turned around, I saw this thing, which was now as big as a dinosaur, that just opened its mouth, and I didn't see what happened after that. But the whole point of this was, people who played with you, or people who disrespected you, or people that you may be even warning or be telling about the truth of this world that maybe didn't listen, it almost gave me confirmation. It almost gave me a message of that people are walking blindly into the mouth of the beast, which to me is the Matrix. To me, the Matrix represents material things, money, because people definitely started putting money and material things over human beings. I mean, I seen it with my own family. They put money, people who had money, over their own child, and there's 2 minutes and 22 seconds on the video as I said this. My family members chose money and material things over their own family member, and they're getting dealt with right now, and they're going to lose the things. Whatever you put over a person, you'll lose. You will lose those things. So anyway, I don't really want to harp on that point. The whole message to me was like, there are people who were supposed to go on this path with you, but they chose, while you kept going, no matter what somebody threw at you, whether it was negative energy from some stupid spell work shit or whatever, right? Because when they can't join you, they can't beat you, now they're going to want to join you. That's the whole thing, right? I used to say, if you can't join them, beat them. I actually meant physically at the time, because I was a fighter. I mean, I was just out of control back then, and I'm a completely different person now. I'm not going to get into detail. I'm just a different person. And if you're watching this and you're chosen and you had an awakening, you're a completely different person too. And the only way you could get this way was to actually get away from the family and friends that you were hanging out with before. And a lot of your family wanted you to rely on them. They actually liked the fact that you relied on them. They may have held something over your head, whether it was a car, a home, a job, it doesn't matter, that they always thought you were going to come back for. And once the universe showed you, I will provide for you, because that person or these people, whether they mean it or not, are hindering your path, you listened, and God showed you everything that he needed to show you as he worked on you. So that message to me was like, there are people who took a different path no matter what you tried to say, or they're going to continue to take a different path from you, and they're going to walk right into the mouth of the beast. Crazy, right? So another story I wanted to tell you guys about how protected you are spiritually as a divine being. When people do magic on you, they're doing it to themselves. They get so obsessed though, and they're addicted to doing it, because God will actually make it work in the beginning so that they get so deep into the shit. He'll make it work. He'll actually give them results. They may get money. You may lose money. Something will happen where they think it's working, but he sets them up and it's a trap. A lot of times the chosen one is a trap for people that need to be judged. You understand? You're different. You're a star seed. Some of you are Pleiadians. Some of you are Syrians. Find out where you're from. A lot of your traits, physical attributes will tell you. So when you're a light worker, you're born into families that loved you conditionally. And like, that's all right. Because once you heal, you're like, oh, well, now like I got healed from that. So now I can help other people who don't understand this shit, because there's too many people thinking they can heal people and they're still hurt, right? Hurt people. It's hard to heal. It's almost impossible to heal somebody when you're still hurting. So, because you have that resentment still, you know, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So most light workers were born into families where they didn't love them the way they were supposed to be loved. But see, the problem with a light worker is we love the people who even betray us and don't love us. That's the problem with us, you know? And that's what makes us so unique from everybody else, is that it's not that we don't realize it. It's not that I've never mentioned this in my family about how I felt with my mother and my father and the difference between my sister and I and everything, just the whole family dynamic, right? But the funny thing is you were also the child that entertained everybody, right? You were the one who was like goofy and everybody laughed at you, because I know I was. That's all they told me about, is how much I used to make them laugh with some thing I used to do and spinning around saying na coolie. And now I'm starting to listen to the words I said. And I know coolie means butt, your ass, like your hoo-ha even, in I think Spanish. So to me, it's like, was I saying don't touch me? A lot of us light workers and chosen ones were touched on as children by family members. We were touched inappropriately. A lot of your family members may have even known about this and just kept it on a hush hush, right? If they did, they're getting karma for this. A lot of stuff is coming out about family secrets. I just need you to prepare yourselves, because it may shock you. So sometimes the universe takes you away from everybody and makes sure that you're healed before they expose the shit, because you are expected to forgive no matter what, but you don't have to be in these people's lives anymore, and you don't have to help them when they're down and now you go up. You know what I'm saying? But you need to forgive for you, okay? So you wind up having to really focus on healing. There's a lot of people, like, you listen to these tarot readings and it's like they're all about money and clap and like this and starting businesses and shit. You can't do nothing with your life until you've healed first, all right? So focus on yourself. Let the universe show you in your dreams some shit that you may not have known, okay? Start meditating and let God and your ancestors and angels bring you information, okay? You're going to see things for what it really is, and you're going to see people for who they really are. Another thing about when chosen is when they actually wake up, your family knows you're chosen at this point, okay? Your family knows how special you are and that they fucked up. They know this shit, okay? They're too embarrassed and feeling guilty to even come to you. They don't even know what to say, okay? Now, this is the thing. That's not on you, because God worked on you first, because you're the one that has to forgive, right? But like I said, you don't need it for closure. That's the thing. That's the misconception. You don't need, when you're healed, truly healed, you don't need the apologies, because you already know that they're sorry. You know, because no normal human being or parent would ever be okay with what they did or said or how they acted, right? I mean, and if you are, then that's your problem. It's still not, that's theirs. It's still not yours. I mean, so you have to heal yourself first, because you're going to be expected to go into some kind of work, whether it's for children or other people who have had the same kind of dynamic, feeling always less than another sibling. But you were actually the star, right? You were the one that everybody gravitated towards. There's something about your energy that everybody loved. And that's what made anybody who was insecure and jealous in your family irate. But it had nothing to do with you. Everything is about how these people felt about themselves, and it was low, and it's a shame. I don't wish that on nobody, but you damn sure can't project that shit on my life anymore. So it's very important that you heal. But the people who literally were doing dark magic on you, I did a tarot spread the other day and this morning, and the main components were that they don't know how to defend themselves from negative energy. And then it was the dark side of alchemy. So it was the mixing of, and then on the card it shows a woman mixing stuff. One, people do necromancy and they put graveyard dirt in people's coffee and food, and people go crazy. Somebody has died. I was getting a spread about somebody has passed away. Somebody died and from spell work. Okay, this had to do with spell work. They were putting shit in people's food and drink. Okay, but these people who mess with that dark shit, Their absolute lives are being destroyed. So just know you're protected. You're not only protected on the spiritual realm, but you're protected on the physical, and I'm going to tell you how, right? The dude that I was staying with at the house, I was up at the river the one time, and this chick came up all holy with God. You know, that's what they do. They come up to you. It's called gang stalking. She came up to me, and she started talking about God and shit like that. Then she asked me if I could have a place to live. Can you bring me back to where you live? My mom threw me out. I said, what, are you out of your mind, right? So then it was like, fuck you, you cunt. I go, thank you for showing your true colors, because that's exactly the kind of messenger God would send to me, right? Thank you. So she goes and grabs somebody else. As I'm leaving, I see her coming back with some other chick, looked like she was right out of high school. She was like 6'5", looking like she wanted to fight. It's like, I'm a woman. I did that shit when I was younger and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's not me that you're fighting. At this point, I let God and the universe handle all my shit and my ancestors. And I'm just like, literally, I mean, I could not be more at peace, okay? This chick, about a year later, I go into this CVS up the street from this house. And she's on a missing poster. She's missing. I don't even know if they found her. I don't even know if she's alive. It was in Norristown, PA, and it was like last summer. And she's missing. So when I went back and I told this dude, because my ancestors put it on me, that he had something to do with this shit, okay? So what happened was I told him, there's a chick who came up and she tried fighting with me at the river. She's missing. This is what the universe will do for you. You're a child of the universe. Nobody owns you, not even your own parents. You understand? It's very important that you realize that love them, but don't let them hinder you from your shit. You are actually a child of the universe. You're from another star system. That is not your family. It's only your family in this lifetime, and it's just by birth. You understand? You have a whole other spiritual galactic family that you've known since the beginning of time. So they don't own you. Your parents don't own you. You belong to the universe, and the universe will stomp on anybody that's in your way. Don't do it yourself. There are lots of people on this planet that are getting their asses chewed up and spit out. Sometimes the universe takes you away from them because they know you're a good-hearted person, and it may break your heart to see what your family and friends are going through. But it's because of how they treated you. I promise you this. You guys have a great day. I love you. I'm out.